Hey guys, Tarke here, and I just wanted to talk you through my content plans and new builds and all this exciting stuff. So I'm streaming again. I've had some progress with my voice, so I'm experimenting with doing short 2-3 hour streams. I'm going to try and do it nearly every day this week, every day except for Friday. That's going to be my day off. And I'm doing an SSF reset because I realized I haven't really got to play anything at all this league because I've had all these random health and just IRL things on. So since we're going to experiment with streaming again, let's just start completely from scratch. So I was looking for inspiration on PoE Ninja, and I was looking at the recent patch, and I came across a build which the way that we ended up describing it on Twitch chat is either this build is terrible or it's made by like a 12-year-old Korean StarCraft god. Because you look at it and it's like, this is dumb, but then you look at it more and you're like, oh, maybe this kind of makes sense. So this was the profile. If you're watching, love what you're doing, dude. Okay, so this guy's level 97 Saboteur in Scourge League. It's a hybrid Mind Over Matter build. And you're like, hybrid Mind Over Matter? That's dumb. But it's not if you're using Replica Soul Tether, because Replica Soul Tether gives Corrupted Soul, which gives you 50% of non-chaos damage taken, bypasses Energy Shield, gain 50% of maximum life is extra maximum energy shield. The person also has like 4k life, about 1k mana unreserved, and then like 5.5k ES. Respectable. They're also curse immune because they use Kikuzaru with a bunch of reduced curse effect scaling. And they end up with like fairly respectable damage and a sort of tanky-ish character. So they've got, this is just their stuff imported into Path of Building. They've got 625k Burning Ground damage, and then just under 700k Ignite damage. And their gear from an offensive point of view isn't anything that crazy. So they have got a +2 Tinker Skin, but the Tinker Skin isn't really giving them any damage. They've just got a +2 chest. So, you know, pretty good, but like not ridiculous. They're not getting any damage from their shield, and their weapon is just +1 fire damage over time multiplier, crafted fire damage. Nothing that crazy. Like, it's like, oh, it's good, but like, all right. And then their amulet is just dot multi, like it's not plus levels or anything. So you're like, okay. And then they're using a pyre, which is giving them some increased burning damage, and it's giving them corpse destruction. And that's that. It's not calculating that for whatever reason. I don't know why that came off. They've got a defensive Watcher's Eye. They've got damage taken, recoup as mana, fast start of recharge. There's no like crazy stuff there. And their jewels are faster damaging ailments, dot multi damaging ailments, and then trap damage dot multi. So, but it's like, all right. Now, obviously, I play SF. I'm doing an SF reset, so I wouldn't expect to have the Watcher's Eye or the Replica Soul Tether. But nearly everything else in here is something I could get myself. Doesn't necessarily need to be a Tink Skin. Could be just any, like, corrupted +2 chest piece. The one decent thing about the Tink Skin is giving you a little bit of extra life and ES recovery. But with this kind of build, you're not really spamming traps, so it's not really anything special. They're not using cooldown recovery traps, so this is literally just a chest piece which gives you phasing, because you can get the frenzy charges through other sources. But yeah, it's actually like relatively replicatable in SSF. So my plan is I'm going to do an SF reset. I'm going to be doing some streams, and I'm going to do stuff kind of differently, but this is definitely the inspo. I've come up with a few different kind of trees. I've also thought about doing some non-saboteur options. This would be more so if we ended up scaling more of just the burning ground and less so the ignite. One thing that I thought was kind of interesting is there are a bunch of people in this league who are doing Righteous Fire Trickster, and they were like, yeah, it works, but it's not really better than any of the other setups. And it's like, well, how can you make it better than some of the other setups? Or how can we at least make it justifiable to be running a Righteous Fire Trickster? So if you're going to be doing one of these, like, either just, like, Ignite Prolif Fire Trap or just, like, Burning Ground Fire Trap, and that's, like, your main thing, you really want Expedious Munitions, just because it gives a bunch of trap throwing speed and trap trigger AoE, and it's kind of like, you have these 3 points, your build feels good. You don't have these 3 points, your build feels fine, but a bit clunky. But those 3 points make the build feel, So you want to be in this part of the skill tree, and the main issue with doing, like, a Righteous Fire Trickster is it's kind of hard to justify, like, being in the shadow part of the skill tree. Well, Righteous Fire gives you spell damage. Spell damage scales the burning ground of Fire Trap, and you're in this part of the skill tree. Suddenly it kind of makes, like, it's kind of justifiable. I'm not saying I'm gonna do that, but it's something I'm open to exploring. I'm gonna mess a little bit more around with some PB stuff tonight, get the magic feeling just right. And then tomorrow you're going to be rolling up the build on stream. So if you would like to follow along with my journey, I will be trying to stream most days this week. And I'll also be treating this kind of like a league start because I'm resetting my SF progress. I'll be doing a couple of update videos a week up on the YouTube and everything. So yeah, things are looking potentially positive. Health may be improving. Get to actually play some Path of Exile. We're 3 weeks into the league and I'm starting from scratch, but oh well. But yes, I'm Tarke. Thank you as always for your patience. Hope you've been having fun. Follow me on Twitter for updates. And oh, finally, Bayclast. The reason there hasn't been a Bayclast is I was offered a developer Bayclast leading into the league. We then had to delay that because of scheduling conflicts. I was then offered another developer Bayclast. So because of that, I then postponed us doing a normal episode. Then that fell through. Then Octavian didn't have internet for a week. And then Rise and Noogie went to play Lost Ark. But they're not playing Lost Ark anymore. Octavian has internet back. So now I'm going to start harassing people. And I'm going to try and get a Bayclast lined up. Probably expect it the either weekend coming or the mid next week. But yes, I'm Tarke. Have a wonderful day. If you've got any ideas for me for this weird burning ground trap thingy, then let me know. But yes, I'm Tarke. Have a good day. Bye-bye.